Hey, it's Kim again. This is problem 7 on the homework 7.4 or problem 7.4.53. It's about a confidence interval, and I had another student ask me about it. It says a poll reported that 500 out of 2356 adults said they had a great deal of confidence or quite a lot of confidence in the public school system. I'm to assume the conditions for the central limit theorem are met, and I'm supposed to find a 99% confidence interval for the proportion. And so the first thing I know is that I have a proportion here, and then I want a confidence interval. Both of those are key words that are going to tell me what I'm going to do. I'm going to need a lower bound and an upper bound. That's what a confidence interval is. And because it's a proportion, I'm going to open StatCrunch. And I'm going to go to Stat, and I'm going to go to Proportion Stats. This already problem tells me it's a proportion, and I also see that I have 500 out of 256. I'm sorry, 2,356. I have one sample, and the summary, I don't have all the yeses and nos. The successes then would be 500. The observation would be 2,356. I don't want a hypothesis test, I want a confidence interval, and I want a 99%. So I'm going to have to go to this defaulted 95% and change it to 99%, and then I'm going to hit compute. And you'll see that I get a lower limit of 0.19, I'm going to round to 3 decimal places, 0.191, and I get an upper limit of 0.234, 0.2339 would be 0.234, and it looks like we got our confidence interval. To interpret the interval, this interval is going to tell me, remember it's based on a sample, it's a guess about the population proportion. And so it's either going to be A or C, that we are 99% confident about the population proportion. And it says that having a great deal of confidence. Oh, we are confident, or there is a 99% chance. We are 99% confident that the population proportion is between 0.191 and 0.234. And we're okay. The difference is this isn't a probability of that occurring. It's how confident we are in the method. So an 80% confidence interval, I'm going to go back here and hit Options, Edit. Then I'm able to keep my same data, but I can change my confidence interval to 80%. Then hit Compute. And I have a lower limit of 0.201 and an upper limit of 0.223. And we are then 80% confident in this one, not about the sample proportion, but about the population proportion, that it will be between 0.201 and 0.223. Oh, 80%, forgot to fill that in. And let's check our answer. Oops. Oh, I clicked the sample proportion one, which I told you not to do. We need to say the population proportion. We know the sample proportion's in there. That's what we use for our center. It's the population proportion that we're making the guess about. Find the width of each interval by subtracting the lower from the upper. And so here I'm going to take 0.234 minus 0.191. I think you can do it from there. If not, please let me know.